I just want to give a quick tip to how to cast a bait casting rod. Number one is make sure you don't have a super stiff rod with a light lure. A little bit heavier lure on a medium action rod will make learning how to cast a bait casting rod so much easier. The whole key is setting up a bait caster early on is getting the tension control knob on the side of the bait caster set up properly. We have little fine brakes on the side. You got magnetic brakes, centrifugal brakes, depending on what reel you have. So this is the Icon Skeet Reese signatures. All right, so the most important thing is getting your tension control knob set up the right tension for the whatever lure it is you're throwing. So as I hit free spool, I want that lure to just barely fall. So as I jiggle the rod and free spool, it's falling, but then it stops. So jiggle, stop. So what this is gonna allow you to do is you're not gonna be able to cast as far starting out, but it's not going to get exploder reel, because most people typically on their casting techniques, they wanna cast with their arms and their body. So the timing becomes an issue. Instead of when you learn how to use the mechanics of the rod and reel, then you're letting the rod do all the work for you. But most people wanna go, and they want to throw the lure, and the timing of the thumb is off. So when you got free spool, pushing the thumb bar down, and you go, and then typically what happens, you have a big giant backlash. So having that tension controlled knob tight enough is going to allow you to eliminate a lot of those big bird nest backlashes starting out. And as you become more comfortable with your timing, and like, all right, I'm getting it down, okay, it's better. Then you can start loosening it up to get more distance. And look, backlashes are inevitable. I've been doing this for 45 years using a bait caster. I still backlash, that's just part of the process, but learning how to minimize them is a big key part of it. So tension control knob, get that tight, and that's gonna help you get started using a bait caster. Goes back to use the right rod starting out. I'm throwing a 7-foot dive. This is a medium action fiberglass rod for crankbait fishing. You can see it's got some bend, the pull on the crankbait. But just 3/8 ounce, 1/2 ounce lures are the best weights to learn how to start casting with on whatever rod. And just make sure it's got a little bend to it. And that'll help you out. So that's my little tip from Reese Fishing. To get you back on the water, throwing a bait caster, be able to fish those heavier lures with heavier line. We're done.
Catch the wide, feel that tug on the line. Skeet Reese rides, we're fishing prime time. Reel it in, big bass in the sea. New runs, fresh reels, fishing life is the dream.